Hi, I'm Prepper Kiwi Rose.
And I'm Prepper Kiwi Carolyn.
In this series, we'll be talking about all things garden related. Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to store seeds from your vegetables. Today I have a cucumber and some tomatoes, and these are the flower heads or the seed heads from the cos lettuce that I've been growing in my garden. So just a note about each of these. So this cucumber, I've left this on my vine for as long as possible. As you can see, it's actually started to turn like pale yellow or white. So that's the first tip when storing seeds. You want to keep a good sample. So this is like a really, it's disease free. It's pretty standard. It's gotten really big because it's been left there for so long, but you want it to be as big as possible with cucumbers, and it should be starting to whiten off like this. You'll see when we cut inside why it needs to be this size. Same goes with these tomatoes. This is a very special variety called the Voyager tomato. As you can see, it's kind of it's called the Voyager because they used to take it on voyages, because it's easy to just pop one of these off like a grape and just eat it as a snack, so it kind of travels quite well. So this is really soft and juicy. I've left it on the plant for as long as possible, just so that it's ready for the seeds to be stored. Because it is an heirloom variety, as are these, you can count that the seed is going to grow true to what it says that it is. So just keep that in mind when you are storing seeds. You don't want to store the F1 hybrids and things that can be cross-pollinated or that won't necessarily grow true to what they say they are. And here we have this was a bunch of cos lettuce, and I left it in the garden to go to seed, and this is just what it looks like. I've just pulled this out 2 days ago, and as you can see, the cos in particular, it has all these like fluffy bits on the top, and then inside those actual pods are the seeds. So we will now go and cut everything open and take the seeds out. Right, here we are with my big cucumber. So what we're going to do is just cut it in half first. And as you can see, there's a huge amount of flesh around the outside, and the seeds are really big. They're at full maturity. So it's as easy as just grabbing a spoon and just scooping those seeds out. And we're going to scoop them out into a sieve, and then we're going to wash them, rinse them off in the water. And because I don't like wasting, I'm going to keep this part, and I'm going to eat it for dinner. I'm just going to put some cream cheese or some tuna or something in there. I don't like wasting anything, so that's definitely a good snack right there. So here we've got some of these. You can also pickle. I do a lot of pickling, so I tend to pickle a lot of these as well. And now we just need to give them a rinse. So you want to have as little amount of pulp around the seeds as possible. So I've actually just rinsed off most of the pulp. There's still a little bit on there, but that's okay, it'll separate. I'm just going to put this onto a bit of baking paper. Like this. You can also use a coffee filter, if you have a coffee filter, even just straight onto a plate or something. Using something like a paper towel isn't always the best idea because it's wet right now and it'll just stick to the paper towel. So this is a good idea because it's non-stick, and as soon as they dry out, they'll be ready to just store straight away. So what I'll be doing is putting this into a cool, dry place out of direct sunlight for 7 days, just so that it dries properly. And then following that, just straight into a paper bag or a paper envelope, and just labeled with the date and the variety, and that's all you need, and then it's good to go. Next up, we have these tomatoes. These are really easy. As you can see, this one's already started to kind of pop itself open because it's just so overripe. So at this stage, all you have to do is literally just squeeze that out like that. That's why it's good to wait until they're overripe, so they'll be really soft and squishy. So just get all of those out. And then with the skin, I just put that straight into the compost. And again, just make sure if you open it up, when you squeeze the seeds out and you find that there's some kind of fungus or pest or something in there, you want to just get rid of that. You don't want to save anything that's being infected in any way whatsoever. So those have been rinsed. There was pretty much no pulp on those anyway, so that was really easy. So there are two options going from this point with tomato seeds. One of them is just to scrape them out onto the baking paper or your coffee filter or whatever the case may be. The other option is actually to pop those into a glass of water and just let them sit for a couple of days or up to a week, and that actually allows some fermenting to occur. And fermented seeds are more viable, they're cleaner. So I actually did that a week ago, so we'll go and have a look and see what those look like. Okay, so I actually didn't have anything else available apart from champagne glasses at the time to put these tomato seeds in. As you can see, they are all labeled properly with the variety, and I've just covered them with muslin cloth because it still allows a little bit of air to get in, but it should keep the bugs out. As you can see, there is a thin layer of foam along the top, and that means that means it's fermenting. So I think at this stage I can actually just go through that process again of tipping these out, rinsing them off, and then drying them on baking paper. So this is an extra step in the storing of seeds, which isn't necessarily required, but many gardeners do this just for the extra assurance that these seeds are going to be viable. So it'll be an interesting test to see whether that's accurate, and I'm looking forward to finding out. So here I've just cut off one of the heads of the cos lettuce that I'd like to save seeds for, and it's really just as simple as squeezing out. If it's got the fluffy bits at the top, it means that there's seed in there. So at this point it's just actually just rubbing those together. And because lettuce seeds are so fine, it would pay to do it over a container or do it inside somewhere. These are ready to be stored straight away because they've been drying out already, been exposed to the atmosphere. They're good to go straight into paper bags and labeled clearly. And that's it. See you next time.
See you next time.